viscous coupler round 2. So I've got this thing broken down, and I'll tell you now that at the cost of this one, not really, because it wasn't my fault. These were already warped, right? I learned, more calmly with bliss. I took this apart with less stress. So I'm to the point of opening it up. I'm about to do that. We will find out if these are warped. We will see together for the first time. Oh yeah, those look beautiful. And the fluid looks not poop. That is fantastic. I see no gaps, no warpage. I'm gonna closely analyze this off camera. And you know what? I might just freaking run this without going through the mess. Because the fluid looks new. It definitely has been opened before. Remember how I showed you one of those bolts had a washer and the other one didn't? Well, one actually had 2. And they were loose. Hand loose. But I'll just steal the seals from that and bearing. Replace the stuff. I'm stoked. It was so scary. Such a scary process. Cannot wait to feel the power difference from that messed up viscous coupler to this guy. So once again, once I have placed this guy where it's supposed to go, and then I try to close it, it won't go down very far. So I can't really be certain that these guys are every guy is in its proper groove. Unless I assemble it properly, which is where you install the shaft first and then drop all the plates over it and stuff. But to do that, I will be getting all sorts of fluidy, but I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I poured a little bit of fluid in there first, and just a little. I only have a little bit left, and I can see that this has not touched the bottom. I put a pipe over this and then use this jaw horse thing to try to press it together. That didn't work. So instead of forcing it, according to the instructions sent by Turbo Tuners, the place where I bought the rebuild kit, it says put the cap on and put the snap ring on. If you have a press at this time, it may be helpful. So apparently it's not required, and I feel like I should definitely be able to get it down a little bit more. Now, internally, I want to panic a little bit. I want to worry that I'm going to mess it up. But what I'm going to do is take a step back, go get some wine, maybe Subway too. And yeah, I'm just going to start from the beginning. It's all back together. Finally, she's back together, all in one piece. I feel pretty good about it. So, a moment I've been waiting for a while. I put this darn driveline back on. That should not take long at all. Get it back on. I've actually been, I think I showed you already, but I've been dragging. Oh, that looks great on camera. The shaft is right there hanging down. I'm dragging it on the, there's a hose in between the 2 tanks. It's just been chilling on that side. I've been pushing the car in and out. And the back wheels have been spinning the shaft. And, well, what I'm trying to say is I'm totally ready to stop hearing the squeaky sounds. Get that on. Once that's on, then I will move forward towards exhaust stuff, because I need that to be in place so that I can figure out that stuff. Okay, it's the end of the day. Let me show you what stuff I did. So, I love crawling around. My back feels like it's really sunburned, and it's only from scrubbing it along the floor for the last 2 days. So, I tacked the flange onto this adapter thingy or transition piece, and then I have some straight piece, whatever, oval. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Okay. So, wanted to get the driveline up so I could start working on the exhaust, right? And I want a full exhaust. Ever since my car's been turboed, its goal in life has been to be, not turboed, ever since it's been all-wheel drive, it's wanted to have full exhaust. So, here's the plan. That's gonna go there. And look. Oops. It's pretty freaking, that's all sorts of ground clearance right there. Okay. It's gonna go there. I'm gonna get this pie cut. I'm gonna go to a fab shop and say, hey, think about calculations and pie cut. They will pie cut a bunch of cuts, but anyways, this is gonna go. I'm gonna have a freaking hardcore angle, mostly for fun. It's gonna go across. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. And then it's gonna connect right there, like that. I'm gonna have it, you know, half an inch or something from the body. It's gonna go there. Maybe I should just show you, but. Okay, I removed this little braquito. This braquito is used for, it's that guy. It's an exhaust hanger. Braquito. Yeah, it's actually a piece of a layer of it's underneath here, but I drilled these spot welds and just bent it off. Gone. So the reason why I did that is because here's my axle, right? But the axle is gonna travel up quite a ways, just when it's loaded regularly with the wheels and stuff. But I loaded it, and once loaded, there's still enough space. There's about 3/4 of an inch, or yeah, we'll see soon. But this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I go up there. There's gonna be more bins, pie cuts, bringing it back towards the muffler, which is right there. Vibrant muffler. It's gonna be above the level of the tank at all times or so. I'm gonna use this hanger, I guess, that the exhaust shop previously installed. I was really mad at them for putting it on because they didn't coat it. It was rusting. The only bit of rust on the whole car was from this freaking exhaust shop who welded this thing on. It did not coat it. I was so frustrated. But anyways, so that's the drive lines on. The exhaust has been figured. I need to get pie cuts in this way. These are the pie cut design, so that I can turn like this or whatever. But I also need to get pie cuts in this way. So that I can turn up. For what, you might ask? Turn up, I don't know. I'll show you guys soon. Okay, so then, did I already tell you I feel like I got nothing done today? Because that's what it feels like. I just thought about it. A bunch of people came over when we fixed their cars and all that stuff. A guy actually drove his lawnmower over. Wanted me to fix it. But I remade this guy finally. I just needed to lengthen it. But in order to lengthen it, I had to remove my alternator because of where this fitting connects. There's not much space. That's the fitting. Not much space. Alternator in the way and all that. So I just tossed it over here. Alternator, which led me to just kind of this general area. So I remade that hose, that AN line. If you remember, it was trash. I mean, it was the first one I ever did, and I did a bad job. So, there, boom, 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 done. Kind of played with this. I was thinking, you know, to get a shorter one, and I like it in this groove. That's how it was before. So I figured out how I'm gonna run that. There's a bunch of slack though underneath, down there, and I was going to get a shorter one, but I'm not going to be that picky. Next, this general area thoughts. Well, this guy does not have a hose barb, whereas the original GSR water neck did. And then I had this running there. This is for my idler control valve, which is mounted down here in this setup. So instead of trying to find a home for this, I'm just not going to run coolant to the idler control valve. That's how I'm running it in my daily driver, and I think it's just fine. No big deal. So, being said, here's the other hose that ran to it, which runs to the water pipe right there. I have to block it off. I could do the regular freaking ghetto thing and stick a bolt in there and then clamp it. Oh, but there's just so much stuff here. I don't want to do that. That's bad. But it's a lot of work to do it right. Weld that thing off. So much work. But, okay. Number 2. Winter is coming. So sadly, I wanted this done at the beginning of summer, but that's life. So, heater. My heater. When I first put this turbo setup together, I thought I was being cool tucking my heater core hose. You know, there's one that goes on the side of the head, right? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Here, where that fitting is. Get out of here. See that fitting right there? That used to be a hose barb, right? But I took it out and put this plug in. The reason why I did that is because this water pipe that I got, which is to be used with the factory oil cooler, it had an extra hose barb close to the water pump from whatever car it came from. That's probably where for whatever reason, I don't know. So I put the plug there, and then I ran the heater hose to the water pipe over there, and then the other one connected right here. So the problem is both of the hoses coming from the heater core went to this water pipe, and the water pipe had the same pressure. So if there's the same pressure going to the same source, there's actually no flow. No freaking flow. So engine's hot, and it was cold. It was a cold winter last winter, so I'm done being cool. I'm gonna put the hose barb back in that hole. I'm gonna go buy a hose. It's gonna go from there to there. Well, I have all these AN lines so that I can have 1,000,000 PSI. I'm gonna get a regular hose clamp for this coolant line. Anyways, okay, what I'm alluding to is I am going to remove this intake manifold just to get that water pipe so that I can close off the 2 ports. Here, I'm gonna weld them closed. So I could temporarily fix it or just ghetto fix it, but why do that when this is the time? Look, the car's down, I'm doing things, let me do it now, let me do it right. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So tomorrow, I think my goals are get pie cuts. I mean, if I can get them done, then I'm gonna work on the exhaust, but I'm gonna bring these to a place and get a number of pie cuts done. And take the water pipe out, close the holes off, put it back on, put the intake manifold on. Install that. Why not? Those are my goals. Alright. Super stoked. Super not stoked that I don't think I have enough length of opal tubing, but that's what was my plan from the get-go. To not order too much, because this thing's $90 a tube. So, dude made me shitloads of pie cuts, and his brain went a little sideways at first, which is fine, to where he didn't. I needed to be able to make a 45, and he gave me like, yeah, it doesn't matter. But that's why I have this guy to fix it. Now we're 45, but because of how this was bent, I guess I don't know. Actually, I don't know, but it's over. That's fine. And I'm gonna cut it, and then probably tack it over here, or not. I don't know, but I'm just gonna hammer it in to fill that gap. Oh, I guess that makes a problem. I don't know. You'll see. We're gonna do this stuff up. Tack that side, tack the other side, same place, and then I'm gonna hammer it. Tap, 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 tap. Keep it evenly gapped. As they say, yes, bitch. Yes. Okay. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Okay. I'm super excited. I can't wait for this to turn out. I'm gonna feel like a freaking baller. This is how you do it, right? I'm gonna show you the exhaust here in a moment, but intake manifold was removed, and then water pipe was removed. I welded off the little hose barb that was there, and that hose barb that was for the other control valve. Painted it, put that sucker back in there. So now I'm gonna pop this intake manifold back on. One more thing, look at all this freaking crap. I very much despise this area. All this stuff. So much stuff. That's all. Well, alrighty then. Let me show you where we're at. So, I realize, I don't know. I'm doing a bunch of small things. Got that water pipe done up, installed, intake manifold reinstalled, everything torqued. Throughout this whole process, I've been leaving basically everything loose. Tons of mock-up and stuff, but I'm actually tightening things now. Installed a throttle body and got some longer Allen bolts for that. Put this cable on, I guess. All those torqued. I'm torquing things. So right now I'm gonna build back up this area. I just carved out the body a little bit more right there because it was touching on both sides. That's why I'm sweating. It's a lot of work. I forgot that I want to get rid of these because that's just just a little nonsense. Why should I have those? Oh gosh, this build is about function and form. We don't need those. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I just kind of want to ignore it, but mostly because where's my drill? Drill. I don't know if I can fit my drill in. I probably can't, but gotta get rid of these. These, spot weld drill bit. I'm not trying to drill through both layers. And then eventually, the car's gonna get some more paint work, and I'll probably take the whole engine out. Probably start shaving and things like that. But step now. Get these things out. as clean as I can. That one I try to do not clean. Get these things out as clean as I can. Step 2, start building this crap up. You tighten this guy back up to there. Bolt the manifold on, bolt the turbo onto the manifold. I probably should just stop, actually, because I have aspirations to make a bracket that welded from the downpipe to, you know, that hole, the hole that's used for this thing anyways, used for bracing the manifold. So the only reason I wouldn't be doing that is because I'm rushing. Why should I rush? I need some metal to make it. So new goals. We just went through the whole thing together. New goals. Remove these and then stop. Focus on getting this later. That's it. You get some more P-clamps to P-clamp this guy like I had said. Yeah, anyways. I'm tired. We getting it. It's coming. I'm excited. Alrighty then. I don't even remember what I last recorded. Yeah, I do. Something about this. But it's been a little bit, guys. Not a little bit. I've been trying though. It's not like I've been doing nothing. Hold on. So, I've been waiting for the gear set forever and ever, right? Like 3.5 months or something. And I got word that it was delayed again. And it was like, you want a refund or dog box? So I bought a dog box. It's here this week or something like that. So I am working on doing the exhaust because I need to take the transmission off. But this is just a casing that's only there for mock-up, really. So I could make the downpipe and all that. And, like, you know how close I am to the transfer case and stuff. So, anyways, I'm going to finish the exhaust so that I can take this and bring this to Brian K. Spikers for the, I'm going to pay him to do the innards, install the shit in there. Just be done with it. So, anyways, whole exhaust. Oh, what a pain in the ass on the garage floor. Like, look at me. You know how many times I've done this? Shitload. And it's like everything is so... If I, like, smudge one thing a little bit, it might fuck me after a while. So on, so forth, and such, and whatnot. That's too much room. Don't need that much room. But let's go on back here. I'll show you where we're at, and then I'm going to stop recording because I need to keep going. Ass load of mental work here. Check it out. 18 million pie cuts. Getting the exhaust over the axle as close to the roof as I can. Hold on, let me get back here a little more. As close to the top as I can. Actually, just hitting that guy. Move that. But, and you know, sorry, it's not many good spots to show you here. The axle, of course, is going to go up. Like right now, it's not even, ain't got no wheel on, it's not on the ground. So, we will definitely be going up. And we're gonna be all right, hopefully. And we put it as close to this as possible. And then we're also gonna be about that far from the tank in order for the transfer case to have room. You know, kinda, sorta. But everything's tacked. This took forever alone in this garage with, like, you know, clamps and whatever the heck, I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah, but going on there. I'm just gonna, just need it to work. That's it. Need it to work and not bang on nothing. So, but yeah, I'm gonna make a hanger. I have 2 stainless rods that I'll use for the hangers. I don't know. Maybe I'll utilize this guy. And then I'll use one down there in the middle. But here's where we're at as far as continuing the building of the stuff. Right here. Right here is where we're at. See that? See that? Yeah. So that's all I gotta do. I was warned. I just went to a fab shop and got one pie cut. I was one pie cut short from my goals, but I was warned that when I weld all that stuff up, all these pie cuts, it's gonna move around a whole bunch. So before I figure out what I'm gonna be doing here to get this to V-band to this, I'm gonna weld at least the majority of all that, which is gonna take a long time. I'm not even sure I'll be able to do it all tonight without that getting way too hot, but I'm pretty happy with the outcome. Let's Yumi jack this up and I'll show you the clearance, which isn't completely the true clearance or whatever, you know. Yeah, hold on. Oop, I'm already pushing up on that. We are pushing up on that right now. He's touching it right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we'll be elevated. It's gonna be like half an inch at most from the roof there. And then hopefully on hard ass right turns, we shouldn't be hitting actually like off the jack stand. So this is pretty darn compressed. No sway bar connected, so that's not taking any of the grunt. Yeah, I'm a little nervous because this is a lot of work, and I'm just doing my gosh darn best. And you know, like if I blow a big ass hole while I'm welding, I'm just like break everything and stuff, and there's the side exit, the exhaust. But no, this is something I've had in mind for about 2 years now, and it's almost there. I keep going. It is. Look at the space between the exhaust and the body. I think that's about the minimum requirement, and that's what I want, so that the axle can go up as much as possible. And then spacing between the tank and the muffler or the pipe is important and feels how I want it. Check it out. Check it out. How much side to side room we got? Heck yeah! First thing I'll hit is the strut body, and then second thing, the tank. But it should be pretty good right here. If it hits, then I'll just play with the hangers and see. The only thing is we'll see if the axle hits this, which I don't think it will. Highest point, skinniest points, right where the axle will go up. So this has been a giant challenge, doing this on the garage floor. My back's cheese grated again from rolling around. I have the car jacked so high up too, but I made this part of the pipe kind of so there's actually like more space right here than I would like, but I'm not about to redo it, and it probably shouldn't hit. So that's it. That's it. No, now I have to finish. I just have to do the muffler, which is probably gonna take me quite a while too. I don't know why, but so I'm gonna go buy some more rubber hangers. Take my dog for a walk. I'll be back. Okay, boys, this shit's freaking done. It's all rainy and stuff, but you know about that dedication to the game and stuff. I got the clearance, I believe is adequate, and I got it as square as I think I possibly can, and it's like a degree off, like right this way. That's okay. Maybe 4 degrees possibly, but sticking out a little bit so that all the smoke will go out. And also you can read the vibrant on top when you're chilling. Got wiggle room, not touching shit. All the way down, all the things I'm so close to that I can do. Can't really go up much. Like, meep. Anyways, that's okay. I don't think it's gonna go up. But tons of room to fly around. Anyways, okay. This still sucked. But it's done. So, I'm gonna put this gosh darn wheel on, put this gosh darn car inside, I think, and then take the gosh darn transmission off if I got the balls to, so that tomorrow I can drive the transmission to Brian K. Spiker, which I previously mentioned. But I gotta work the next day. Do I have the balls? Let us see. The car's on the ground. Let's see. Yes. Space-wise, this is the big challenge, right? Hard to really eyeball that from this angle, but it's hard to record this even. Trying to show the space. It's actually kind of, it's pretty good. I wish it was like a tiny bit higher, because I don't think I'd be melting the body. But I don't have that much space there. Watch. I raised it a little bit, which I already planned to do. I like how that looks. Don't really want to go any higher, but check it, dogs. Let me give you a view so you can see how much. So when we dip and bump and scrape that much in this corner, that's when it'll hit the exhaust. And I don't know how extreme really I was there, but if I raise the body more, I'll have more room. Stiffer springs, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll just see if it works. Of course I got the balls. Yeah, that's brake parts cleaner, don't worry. I just douched her up a little bit. So it's nice and not filthy. Don't mind the filth. For Brian, tomorrow. I thought that the gear set would be here probably this week, but it sounds like maybe not. But that's okay. I still just want to get this to him. So, yeah. So that I'm gonna get all the parts for it and put it in my car and get it ready for tomorrow. Drive over to an undisclosed location where Brian lives, and then yeah, and then after that, I'll kind of have some peace. Like it'll be nice to be waiting on somebody else instead of just for me to do it. So we'll go from there. I gotta bolt the oil pan on properly, and we gotta do some things, but Alright, so I just went to Brian's and gave him my transmission and parts and stuff, and I realized that I messed up. I have the front wheel drive to all-wheel drive fork, and it has like a thicker deal, you know, and so it's not compatible with the all-wheel drive stuff, which is what he got. And it was a miscommunication. I thought that he knew that, but anyways, so I need that fork. That fork is
in a quarter mile, turn left on 100 Street Southeast.
You can't really just buy that fork. So on this road trip, 4 hours from home, I know of a transmission, a V all-wheel drive transmission for cheaps. $400 with transfer case. Hopefully it's the one that everybody wants, PBW1. But I'm gonna go buy it right now so that I have the fork and then recoup my money.
Turn left onto 100 Street Southeast. Road.
He said the gear set should be here like next week, if not in the very beginning of the week after that. And then he's gonna get that transmission together right away. So now I'm just gonna get this tranny, put it in my passenger seat, I guess, and then drive home, go to work. Waiting on transmission, so we have to do stuff. finish car stuff. I need to put another bracket right there. See, there's one there. You can put one right here. Hold that up a little bit more. That'll be good. Sub does not hit, just so you know. But this part does. Also, that amp I think is garbage, which sucks because it was new and expensive. But I don't even have a deck right now, so I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about this though. This malfunction, right? I gotta open the trunk, or this thing, and I can't because the battery box is kind of holding down, like the fabric is underneath the battery box, which is bolted down, right? And I'm not just gonna cut it, that'd be ghetto, right? Wouldn't that be ghetto? I think that'd be ghetto. So, I need a solution. Also, these things, I've tried to find so many good ones, they're discontinued. You know, of course, yeah, I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna, make one of these deals, but I'm gonna have a big cutout deal. So I just went and got the whole trunk carpet set up so that I can cut a nice square out of it and then like staple it onto the board. So anyways, there'll be a little hatch right here so I can access down up in there without having to fight this guy. So that's what I'm working with right now. I'm gonna take the carpet out and clean it and then decide which carpet do I sacrifice, this one or the other one I just got. Yeah, I got the tabbies removed. They're kind of a bitch, because I'm trying to like preserve, like where I didn't preserve this angle, whatever. I don't know. I'm using this guy. I need one of those little finger sanders. I don't know what they're called, but it's like a band sander on a fingery looking thing, so I can go right down the spot welds. Spot weld drill bit. This thing, not very fun, but this is it for now. I want it better, but I think, you know, like eventually I'm gonna redo the whole engine bay, repaint it. And at that time, I'll come and finger these guys, make them look good. But for now, I'm just gonna rough them all around here with some sandpapers, and then I guess just spray a little bit of primer on it for now. Well, we are down here, and there's man. I dried up the oil pan gasket to make sure it was pretty dry. It never actually came off the block where the RTV is, Honda Bond, on the seams. So we're gonna leave that thing up there. Just dried her up and clean this guy up. We're gonna put that thing on. That's a My Honda Habits oil pan gasket. If you didn't know, they're reusable. They're super thick. The material is like non-squishable, you know, like a factory gasket. So they're really freaking nice, and I haven't had any leaks with this guy. They're like 65 bucks maybe. Not spendy, but reusable, you know, and screw the factory oil pan gaskets. Radiator is final mounted. And then I got these guys as intended. Lost that guy for right now. Lay off. So, that wire's tucked. And we're gonna see this nastiness for a while. And manifold is final mounted. Torque down that coolant line. Next, I just gotta mount the intercooler, so that way I can put the turbo on here and then get it clocked, and then I'll just tighten one or two of the bolts on each side of the turbo for the clocking, so that way I can then take it off and then torque it all properly, put it back on. But it's probably all for right now. All right, I got a ton of stuff done. Are you ready to see what that shit is? Bam, look at that. Okay, so did the turbo clocking as I mentioned. Everything's torqued as much as I can. Turbo, torque to the manifold, that guy on there. We got the coupler torqued. A lot of these things were bitches to tighten down. They weren't ever intended to be, they were not engineered for, impossible angles here and there. Turbo drain for the oil, the coolant, blah, blah, blah. This guy, na. I shortened this guy up a little bit because it was kind of just like flopped nastily on here. So now it looks pretty good. I made the dump tube without thinking about the slave cylinder. So I mounted this half. I still don't have the transmission back, but I mounted a case half that I have just so I could mount that and see where I needed to dent in the pipe. So that's what I did. There's a little bit of clearance there. Torqued. Exhaust torqued, everything. I remember I had like my coolant, my heater hose doing like a tucked thing where both of the heater hose lines were going to the water pipe and I had no flow. So I did away with one of the hose barbs on the water pipe. It was just an extra one. I don't know exactly what that water pipe was from originally, but anyways. And I had this hose barb removed and then I had a plug in there because I was just trying to get rid of this hose to make it cleaner. But then my heater didn't work, right? So anyways, I got that hose back in there. My heater didn't work because of the lack of the flow, because both hoses went to the water pipe and there was equal flow, so nothing was really going on in the heater core. Anyways, put a hose bar back in there. Got this hose. I'm very pleased. It's from like an Integra or something. I don't know. I'm pleased that it reaches all the way to the heater core, because before there was a heater core and then a small hose to a valve that was right here, and then this hose connected on. But I deleted the valve because I figure, you know, it doesn't have AC anyway. And I was just trying to get rid of stuff. There's so much crap right here. So much freaking crap. So anyways, that hose is done. I'm almost pretty much out of things to do here, which is awesome. Cold side mounted up. I was gonna show you if I can. This little vacuum hose from here, I just got like a P-clamped right there, just a little P-clamp, and then there's another P-clamp right there, and that's the vacuum hose. I'm gonna call it the coolant hose, and the boost control boost. This hose merge right here. No. Go around P-clamp. One goes to the manifold right there. The other one just nastily goes through this nasty mess to this guy. We'll see how that works. As far as I'm pretty sure it'll be fine, but like leaking any coolant, yeah. So I redid the headlights 400 times probably. Kept screwing them up, screwed it up again. There's a handprint on it right there. I'm not gonna go into detail with that because then I'll probably just take it apart again. But headlights look good enough. Mounted the bumper, worked on some of the lines a little bit. Pretty satisfied because somebody backed into me over here, tweaked some metals, and I hit a deer right here, and then the last owner hit 2 deers, ran into the side of it. So 2 deer. So it's got some history and it's holding up decently, but lines are doing all right. Here's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna take this bumper back off and work on trimming this, because that's obviously pushing on the intercooler and distorting slash contorting the bumper. And look, that guy's all flopped way down. I'm not able to bolt it into its spot, and I want to. So, you know, it's not gonna be as clean as like how it looks right now, I think, but it'll be, yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. This line's looking okay. You know, these lines are oftentimes ass. Oh, let me explain some other stuff. So previously, I got bad information off of the Googles of the transfer case final drive. I was just doing the maths to figure out, because you know it's known that the rear and front spin at a slightly different speed. So I wanted to figure out how much different. And according to the bad information I got, the rear spun like 9.7% faster, which seemed to not make any sense. But so let me just summarize. I got 205 50/15s in the back and 225 50/15s in the front, and I've confirmed with somebody that my information I got was bad, and I need 225s for the rear. But these Mickey Thompson Street ETRs are national back order, you know. So I'm probably just gonna have to take the driveline out and run front wheel drive for now. The transmission should be done within 2 weeks. The gear sets at Mr. Brian Case Biker's shop, and he's just waiting on the ring gear. So I'm just gonna keep buttoning things up like that. That little bumper thing. I'm also going to working on the trunk. I ordered a trunk board that I'm gonna modify for my likings, and then I'm gonna swap out the springs. These springs on the cars that came with the spoiler from the factory. The springs are thicker so that it, you know, makes up for the weight. And I found thicker springs, so I'm gonna swap those guys out. I need to put a deck in here. I haven't bought one yet. I want one with CarPlay, because I don't know, race car slash street car slash, you know, it's like puberty going through changes. I have my ECU back in here. I let my Accord bow it for a while. I see I have this pin out, and I don't know why, so I have to think about that. But yeah, so almost there. Oh, I'm going to conclude this video, because it's probably really long, and mostly I need to get this footage off my phone so I don't lose it, and also so I got some space. Space, speaking of space. Look. We're just gonna see if this melts. Also, there'll be a little bit more space in this. The engine is dropped down because the tranny is not mounted. Yep. First time since the turbo, I've had fog lights. I got fog lights.